Ticks do not care how expensive your gear is. They don't care how good of a shooter you are. One tiny mistake can ruin an entire training event, patrol, or hunting trip. This is how I protect my gear before I even step into the woods. Everybody spends thousands of dollars on their rifles, optics, and plate carriers, then walk into the woods completely unprotected from the things they're most likely to encounter. Ticks. This is how I fix that. The most important piece of gear I use outdoors isn't a rifle. It isn't night vision. It's this. And almost nobody uses it correctly. I spent years working and training outdoors. One thing I've learned, mosquitoes and ticks don't care about your mission. Before every season, I treat all my gear like this, and I retreat it after every couple of washes. Common mistakes I see people making is spraying while wearing clothing, not letting it dry completely, missing the cuffs and ankles, forgetting packs and gear. Listen guys, it's cheap, it takes 10 minutes, and it's one of the easiest things you can do to make time in the woods more comfortable. Alright guys, so it's time to retreat the gear here, and I figured this would be a cool video for some of you guys that are interested in using this Sawyer Permethrin to keep the ticks and the creepy crawlies off of your gear. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and maybe give you guys some pointers here. So what I do is I undo the straps on my pack, lay them out. Same thing with the harness of my chest rig. I just unclip it and lay it out. I remove a lot of the external stuff. Like you can see, the knife is not in the chest rig. I didn't really remove stuff in the pouches, not too worried about that. The PTT, not worried about that either. Might just tuck this away there. I'm not going to go heavy on the PTT or stuff like that. I'm also going to treat some clothing, so I'll show you guys how I focus on that. So for the setting, I like to go with the spray. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to really focus on the areas that make contact with my body. I'm going to spray that stuff, but I'm not going to be worried about the main body too much. Now we'll do the body here. Like I said, nothing crazy. Underside. All right, now same thing for the chest rig here. All right, that's it for the gear. When it comes to clothing, the way I like to do it is I like to focus on the areas like the waist, the legs, stuff like the arms and the neck area, and especially around here, the waist again, stuff that ticks are going to get inside of. So collars, sleeves. All right, I have the sleeves rolled because that's what I do when I start getting hot, but when you start getting into the bush, you're going to want to roll your sleeves down. So I'm going to spray my sleeves rolled as they would be, and then I'm going to, once the fabric dries, I'm going to unroll those sleeves and then give it another hit. All right, so didn't show you guys, but I just went through and I just coated the rest of the bodies of these fabrics sleeves. I did not do the body. I already did the neck area, so sleeves, and then went down the pant legs. I re-hit the shoulder straps and the waist straps, and then re-hit the yoke system on the harness. That's just what I do. You don't have to do that. I do have 2 of those bottles. That bottle is basically almost empty. and I still need to do the back sides of all these articles. I would now worry about spraying your equipment like radios or anything like that. That's not necessarily what this is about. This is about preventing ticks and all the other creepy crawlers from getting on you, crawling inside your sleeves, crawling inside your collars or up your shirts. So hitting those target areas and focusing on those, and then canvassing the entire clothing if you want to do it that way, is where I've got the most success out of using this product. The best gear in the world won't help you if you're laid up with a tick bite or spending your patrol swatting mosquitoes. Take 10 minutes, treat your gear, and give yourself one less thing to worry about in the field. Get on the range, get outside, train hard, and I'll see you guys on the next one.